With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. So today our question is like this. One of the reasons that solid CuSO4 dissolves in water. Our options are ion dipole forces between the ions and water molecules, the electrostatic force of attraction between Cu plus 2 and SO4 minus 2 ions, instantaneous dipole induced dipole forces, or we can say dispersion or London forces between Cu plus 2 and SO4 minus 2 ions, and the last option is hydrogen bonding between the water molecules. So this is a very basic question, guys. When CuSO4, solid CuSO4 will put in the water, then it dissolve in the water, and the reason for that, we have to find the reason for that. Okay, we know water is a polar solvent. Water is a polar solvent. I hope you know that. Okay, so when CuSO4 dissolves in water, it is an electrolyte and it dissociates. It has Cu plus 2 ions and it have SO4 minus 2 ions. Okay, this CuSO4 have Cu plus 2 ions and SO4 minus 2 ion when it dissolves in water. So, or we can say when put in the water, and we know water is a polar solvent. That's why like structure of water is like this: OH, H. Okay, this is the structure of water, H2O. Okay, we know oxygen is more electronegative. Than these hydrogen. So it attract this bond share, or we can say it attracts this electron of the bond towards itself and gains partially negative charge. Okay, it attracts these electron bonds. It attracts these electron of the bonds. Okay, towards itself. Okay, so these electron will be attracted towards the oxygen side. Okay, because oxygen is more electronegative, so it will attract this bond share, or we can say it will tries to attract this. It will tries to take this bond share towards itself. Okay, because oxygen is more negative, that means it tries to attract this electron pair of the bond toward itself and gains partially negative charge, and these hydrogen will gain partially positive charge. Okay, so when CuSO4 put in the water, or we can say dissolved in the water, there is this polarity of the water ion leads to the copper ions being attracted towards the oxygen, because oxygen have partially negative charge and copper have plus 2 charge. So this positive charge will attract towards this partially negative charge, and due to this polarity of the water solvent, this oxygen have partially negative charge and this copper will attract towards this partially negative charge of oxygen. Okay, so these positive copper ions being attracted to the oxygen atoms. Okay, being attracted to the oxygen atoms of the water, because these oxygen atoms have partially negative charge, and these sulfate ions of CuSO4 get attracted towards the hydrogen atom of the water molecule, because these hydrogen atom have partially positive charge due to the polarity of this water. Because water is a polar solvent, that's why this hydrogen have partial positive charge and this oxygen atom in the water molecule have partially negative charge, and due to this polarity, this SO4 minus 2 will attract towards this SO4 minus 2 will attract towards this partial positive charge of hydrogen. Okay, attract towards this partially positive charge of hydrogen, and due to these ion dipole forces between this ions and water molecules, these ions, that is Cu plus 2 and water molecules, the ion dipole forces, due to these forces, this CuSO4 dissolves in water. Okay guys, I hope you understand it. So water is a polar solvent that have partially positive charge on the hydrogen and have partially negative charge on the oxygen, and due to this partially negative charge, due to the polarities, this Cu plus 2 ions of CuSO4 will attract toward this oxygen atom of the water molecule, or we can say it will attract, there is a force between the copper plus 2 ions and the water molecule due to this polarity of the, or we can say due to this partially negative charge of the oxygen atom. Okay, so our option first is the correct option, that ion dipole forces between the ions and water molecule leads to CuSO4 dissolves in the water. Okay, so due to the polarity of this water solvent, there is attraction between Cu plus 2 and oxygen atom which have partially negative charge, and there is attraction between SO4 minus 2 and hydrogen atom which have partially positive charge. Okay, I hope you know understand the solution. So option first is the correct option, guys. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.